Hello, 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 and welcome on in. This is take two. Helps if you turn on the microphone before you start trying to speak into it. But I hope that you are doing well. For anyone that's tuning in, whether on here or on YouTube, watching the VOD later, thank you very much. I hope wherever you are, you're having a wonderful evening or a wonderful day. Ace Attorney 3, Trials and Tribulations, Episode 3, Recipe for Turnabout. That's where we are. That's where we're going. First day of the trials ahead of us. We need to help a old but brief acquaintance from the last game, Maggie Bird, who has been accused of murder again, only this time she's been found guilty of murder. Presumably with no help from us. From Phoenix, who gave a lackluster defense. But it also turns out that may have been a phony Phoenix, which we may have met in the last part. So now we have to try to clear Maggie Bird of murder for real this time, as we managed to get a retrial. So we shall see what it is that we can do. Without further ado. Oh, well, actually, there's one more thing I should mention. This will be the last stream for a little bit. It'll be a bit of a longer break. I have something coming up where I'm going to be away for a little bit. So probably for, so the next stream probably won't be, there'll probably be no streams for the rest of this week and next week. Starting back probably on Monday the 23rd? I'm not looking at a calendar. I could look at a calendar, but something like that. So it'll be a little bit of a break. So yeah. In the meantime, you can go to YouTube. Channel name is just Raven's Shade, no the. And you can go and watch some VODs if you want. Keep yourself busy. Doing some old playthroughs dating back all the way back to January when I started. But yeah, now, truly, without further ado, as I take a sip of water, remember, stay hydrated, eat some food, get some rest, take care of yourself the best that you can. Let's go. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor. Maggie.
Maggie.
Detective Gumshoe?
Are you doing all right? How are you feeling?
As if you need to ask either question, sir.
Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay?
Roger.
And you!
Yes?
You better square this case away. Got a bell. Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest.
I think he's serious. Hey, detective. You're on our side for once, right?
Yup.
So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir?
Of course. I got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright?
Sure.
Okay. We're forming a united front today, pal, you get me?
I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, Detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh?
I can only wish. Don't think it's gonna go smooth. January 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Oh, bitter. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
Uh,
What's wrong?
Nothing, it's just... Whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was... You was talking to me. It was a little, well, intimidating.
No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix.
I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he?
Our trusty?
So, Mr. Kiddo, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today.
But I can already tell you I'm the real Phoenix Wright.
I wasn't questioning whether you were Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out.
There's no denying it. Behind the mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another.
Everyone is aware the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of evidence presented in the last trial.
I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said, trust me.
Now then, Mr. Kiddo, please summon your first witness. Let's start with the formality, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court.
Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation Dick Gumshoe.
Other way around, Detective.
Sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of the case since yesterday, sir.
Since yesterday?
Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation is tied up with another case now. I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake.
I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, you outlined for the court the basic facts of the case.
Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elk. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report.
Court accepts this into evidence.
Oh. Died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m. Okay, interesting. Oh, and here are the floor plans of the restaurant. Yeah, I'm guessing you wouldn't be able to see. Yeah, you can't see from the kitchen or from there. The incident took place. The victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress.
Waitress being the accused?
Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. Gene Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo.
So seems to be a very straightforward case to me.
Tribune floor plan.
Come, Detective. Take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony.
Yes, sir. The incident took place. The victim was alone at his table, sir. You understand that the guy, Glen Elk, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. What we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, looks like Miss Bird might have, had some kind of motive.
Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady.
Facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but
Yes?
there's no intimidation tricks this time around, is that understood?
I already told you that wasn't me. Can I stop you for just a minute?
Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence?
So desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table.
Yeah, that's what she said.
What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction?
Hey,
Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe?
Yes, it's true. Their 2 testimonies tie up on that. You all said there was no other guy at the table.
what should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I'm gonna try to press harder. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way.
Huh? That argument is as weak as the coffee at Tribulations, right? I have here in my possession a ticket.
A ticket? It's more like a photo to me.
Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population the defendant. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place. Correct? I think the court will agree that was such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table?
Well, you still can't see half the dang table.
But they seem to see the victim's table extremely clearly.
Understand that the guy Glen Egg was listening to the radio at the time.
Was that part of the testimony? Did I miss that? Maybe I did. He was listening to his radio, you say?
Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket.
Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I press harder, I think. And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh? How should I know?
Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it?
Wagner, perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used.
His coffee cup. So traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else. Oh, that's an interesting point.
Not sure I get you, pal.
Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder?
I had to put it in layman's term, I said it was a powdery substance.
So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper.
Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee? Try it. The victim took his coffee black with no sugar.
The poison could have only been in the coffee.
What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? It's interesting that it's giving me the option to press on like all of them. That's an interesting question though, actually, because here's the thing, right? So you only found a trace of the poison in the coffee, but nowhere else. Presumably they found the bottle of poison, presumably on Maggie Bird. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee?
Huh? What do you mean?
According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. What proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it?
Oh, you're right. That's what I was thinking. In case you were wondering, the last objection was for the detective there. Oh, for me? Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. You have the time to waste. You have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. Well, what piece was it again? This. Why am I covered in coffee again?
Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns?
Oh, now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim.
Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it.
Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in his cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. Like this. For the record, the only prints of the cup were the victims and the defendants. On further investigation of the cup, we found a certain chemical substance. What we found was potassium cyanide. This stuff really packs a punch.
Potassium cyanide. I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe?
So, well, that stuff's lethal. That's what your poisons are. Eat too much in your history.
How much is too much?
The lethal dose is 0.2 grams. It's about enough to finish anyone off.
0.2 grams? How much is that? Yeah, can you explain that in freedom units?
And when you swab your ears for earwax, yeah, about that much.
Earwax, huh? It's like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of.
There a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere.
And,
Some kind of motive?
yeah, if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion. You know what my golden rule is, Detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another. I don't get it. I'm saying, we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. So stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive?
Come on, Gumshoe.
You said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket.
I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too.
Disappeared from the scene of the crime. It wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000.
Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. And is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I don't know, I don't really have much else. Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in nowhere implicates my client.
Huh. I have here in my hand the very ticket in question.
That's a $500,000 lottery ticket.
One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant.
What?
Order, order.
Huh. She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress.
Submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately.
I better keep an eye on that ticket, where the judge's voice is quivering.
Ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too, but it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say?
It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor.
And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately.
Enough. Facts in this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she was charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime.
I like an old man who knows the score.
Doesn't a matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules.
I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money.
Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, it's because the court has ruled guilty once already.
I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance with one final decisive piece of evidence.
It's got more evidence against Maggie?
This is the apron that a infamous bird was wearing at the time.
Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like... Can't be blood, can it?
Seems the star of our play was a little flustered. Somehow spilled coffee on herself.
The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye.
Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more.
Something else? I presume you mean...
Of course. I'm referring to the pocket.
The pocket?
The search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket.
A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket?
Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it.
What?
Order, order, order. The court will accept these items in evidence.
Oh boy. Well, we got all the evidence.
Something's still bothering me, Mr. Glow. Why do you not explain the blood stain to the court?
Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be?
Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron.
That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a blood stain.
You don't need to be told, just look at it.
Well, detective, could the stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir.
Ketchup?
It was the gun some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day.
Could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe.
Well, a stunt like that again, and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. Thought everyone knew that it was already.
I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. Motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They're all been clearly established.
Well, Trite, it seems you really are phony after all.
Really know how to drive a man nuts.
Ernest, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir.
Oh?
Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. Must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him. We figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There's nothing else missing from the crime scene.
You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good.
Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So let the fun begin.
Okay. 2:25 p.m. Okay, by a kind of scary old man. Who? Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe.
There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened.
Oh, we're obviously talking about the same old man.
Officers were dispatched right after their report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? And he hurled abuse at them in seeds.
Jeez.
It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth.
I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy.
The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone apparently, so he was late reporting the crime.
Okay. How long was the defendant unconscious for?
The officers got to the crime scene around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at the time.
In the kitchen at the time? In the kitchen?
Took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I'd have liked to have been on the scene myself.
I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search, too.
I'd love to see Maggie asleep like that. All pretty and peaceful.
Oh boy. You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher.
Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation. Oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? Victim didn't have any identification on him.
That's an interesting one. He didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen then?
No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet.
58 cents?
I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal.
It sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man.
Or some kind of outlaw. Well, let's give him a bit of an edge.
I'm onto something here. Yeah. What do I have, by the way, here? This... And the doodle, so we have this. What else do we have? This, we have this bike. Well, I guess, yeah, how is he gonna pay? If he had 58 cents. He just blew a bunch of money on lottery tickets. How is he paying for his meal? Yeah, because Tribulations costs a whole bunch of money. Oh, okay. Wait a sec.
Oh, did I say something dumb again?
Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. Victor didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes?
Yeah, basically.
In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly?
Oh, that.
He's so let down he's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going.
There was a prescription bag at the victim's table along with the lottery tickets.
Huh?
Seems Mr. Glenelg visited. It seems Mr. Glenelg visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations.
He got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds.
Reliable enough source for the court.
What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? The prescription bag. So what sort of medicine was in the bag?
Well, actually, the bag we found was empty.
Huh?
Yeah, completely empty.
It was completely empty? Huh.
You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Desperate, are you, Trite? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, Detective?
Maggie was searched. We found the lottery ticket in the bottle of poison.
The defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket?
Hey, yeah, you nailed it, pal. Happens to me all the time. At a department party the other day when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes.
Keep up this crazy testimony, Detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat.
Sorry.
So Trite, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence?
Not particularly. Well, I'd love to if I had any.
As you got no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness.
That was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
Oh, this is wrong. Oh. Give me a second here. So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for. Wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day?
Oh yeah. One the restaurant owner took. He won a whole dollar with it. What a lucky guy, huh?
They were just going to let him get away with it.
Just $1, Detective.
Because no one cares when it's that little. Except for Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with. We can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something. Yeah, that's true. Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Our only hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe. Be the dumbest you've ever been. Hold on. Oh, is this the thing, maybe? Can I try this? Nope. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. see what we can do. I'm gonna try doing the other one. Ooh. Prescription bag. The doctor. Oh, I guess I don't get another shot at that. I would. No, I don't think so. Can I do something here, maybe? Nope. Interesting. There's gotta be a contradiction somewhere. Investigation went smoothly. Search for the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. That was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. I'm surprised that I'm not presenting the newspaper, though. Like, Gumshoe. Strong, we're talking about the single man. Is it? Hold on. I didn't have any identification. What about this, though? Nope, that's not it either. I really don't know. Didn't have identification on him. But he was pretty quick. Well, how do we know that this was for him, though, actually? Nope. I don't know. Like, there's something there, but I don't have actually anything. Went smoothly. Should I try this? No. Kinda stuck. There's nothing else missing from the crime scene. $230. Hold on. Hold on. So it's the lottery ticket. And what was the other thing? And the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else. They found the poison in that. Do I present this? Nope. Not the profile specifically. We figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison, and that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. Yeah, it's this. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony. I don't know what the contradiction is at this point. Just in all honesty.
Oh, finally! Getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you?
You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later?
No, they didn't.
The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribulations. Where then did the medicine disappear to?
You're too cool, pal!
Indeed. The consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence.
I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh?
The victim was killed by poison. The victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself.
Order. Where Mr. Guido? What do you have to say to that?
Huh. That's all.
What?
Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will.
What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New Ear... Otolaryngological Clinic? Otolaryngological? I actually don't even know how to... I assume it has to do with ears.
So what kind of illness was the victim suffering from? You know?
Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bit of war, you could say.
A war wound?
The day before the incident, Mr. Elg found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum.
Really? Which eardrum? He ruptured his eardrum?
What on earth was the prescription he was given?
It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested.
What?
It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear.
Yes, it is. Very, very fine print. Why is it in 5-point font?
Seems Mr. Elm correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication.
Seems that this medication is relevant to the case after all.
I wouldn't be so sure. Let's hold on a second. Which ear, though? No. Nick, if If you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. No, it's gotta have something to do with it. How was he listening to the radio if his ear was ruptured? She's right. But I can't get away with the old weak objection. What should I do? I think I have to push the medication. I literally have nothing else. Only moments ago, Mr. Kudo made the following statement. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime?
Medication in question was for temporal use inside the ear canal.
That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, the lawyer's duty to pursue the truth.
You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. Hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide.
It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. There could be potassium cyanide in your coffee right now.
That's enough. Sir, no. Is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Skiddo.
Oh, he's hanging. He's got a memory hang. He's gonna boot to desktop any moment now.
I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. The old man who was there at the restaurant on the day of the murder.
Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater?
Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me.
Yay, good job, Nick.
Court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we'll hear the prosecution's next witness.
Huh. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups.
Court is adjourned for recess.
Yeah, that was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. That's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me. But he totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right? It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. They really hurt this time. I felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Poor Gumshoe. So the next witness is going to be the old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds. But he's gonna be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know. Yeah, he's a big old grouch. Are you gonna be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me, even those never-ending bird seeds.
January 7th. Okay, very short recess.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. We know your next witness, please.
The prosecution calls the lucky old timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand?
Oh boy.
Name and occupation, if you don't mind.
Name's Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times too. What a theme. don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation.
My occupation? God, listen, young'un. How much call do you think there is for kimono embroidery here?
Kimono embroidery?
That's what I do, or did, back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed.
Wow. A real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe you could embroider my costume sometime.
Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint pretending to smile.
That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen.
Now then, witness. Were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident?
Oh yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javachino.
Seeds.
What do you think these are,
I see.
So you saw everything that happened, Gramps?
Did I? Oh yes. Oh yes, I did. I saw it all.
Then please, tell the court. We're all ears.
Sure, I'll tell you every last detail.
Really getting into this. What I witnessed.
Young man was reading the sports paper. The serving girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it.
Huh?
And her one sip of it looked like it was in terrible pain and then collapsed. That's the serving girl there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well.
Mr. Kudo, she's not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress.
Ha! You're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words, what's wrong with old-fashioned ones, huh?
Newfangled?
All this talk of radios and glasses, it's wireless and spectacles. I tell you.
Excuse me.
Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away.
Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Oh boy. So you saw the victim then? You saw Mr. Glenelg?
I wanted to know if Guts and Baron retained his championship or not.
So he was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question, there are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right?
So what if there are?
If you say that you could see the victim, that means you were sitting at a table on the other side of the restaurant, correct?
Ha! I go to that place to drink Javachino. I don't go to sit. I don't remember which table I was sitting at.
I mean, you go there to eye the waitress. Mr. Kudo, that's a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw?
Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I did every T and cross every I.
I see.
My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving.
But his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out a waitress.
I saw that serving girl put in. I saw what the serving girl put in the Javachino as well.
I bet I know what's coming, and something tells me I'm not gonna like it. I mean, let's see what he says. Your Honor, we need more clarification on what was put in the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask the witness add what he knows about this to his testimony.
I agree. Witness, you enlighten us, please.
Sure. There's no question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there.
Could also be sugar. Did she really put that into the coffee?
You doubt me, boy? She took some out of a small brown bottle and sprinkled it in.
That's very interesting. Is this like some larger conspiracy? Because, like, no one has any reason, ostensibly, to lie. Or are we being lied to? Did she actually do it? Couldn't she have been adding sugar?
Sugar in a small brown bottle like that?
By that, witness, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms?
Huh. A bottle like this, perhaps.
Oh, there it is. That's the one.
That's the bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume.
So what did the accused put into the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you?
He took just one sip.
You youngins eat waste everything. Those Javachinos cost $8.
Well, that's kind of important.
In the good old days, we would have drank every last drop, eaten the cup, and then died.
Congratulations, you have earned the title of battiest man to grace a courtroom.
So it was an immediate death. Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that is possible.
Oh yes, he slumped over without so much as a twitch. And that Javachino I just drank turned sour in my stomach.
Oh yes, I know that feeling.
And
The waitress, I assume she is.
You said I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by?
Singular features. It's a disgrace, that's what it is.
Sorry?
And see all the way up to her, you know, she's practically naked in that uniform.
So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit? That anyone could wear just such a uniform, even me.
Right. Please spare the court any more further mental anguish from that image.
You're all excited, Nick. You've got to keep yourself together. I guess I got a bit carried away.
Huh. There are other things I recognize about her, too.
He was pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Let's press harder. Sure, you saw the waitress take the coffee over to the victim. What matters is whether the waitress was Maggie Bird or not.
Quite right.
True.
Who knows? Other features that you recognize about the defendant. I'd ask you to add them to your testimony.
Sure. There's a ribbon in her hair, and her apron straps were loose.
She does have a ribbon in her hair. You seem to remember several details about her appearance. But what about the most crucial detail of all, her face?
Cause if I wouldn't remember that.
The witness noticed the straps on the accused apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face.
That's right. I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair was red.
So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight.
There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow. Indeed. I think there's something here. Why do you think it was loose? Let's go with the straps. Mr. Kudo, you seem especially interested in straps. Why is that?
What?
The ribbon in her hair, the straps in her apron. What's the fascination?
Fascination?
People have all kinds of fetishes, tried. We don't need to embarrass the witness. The court is a kink-shaming free zone.
Listen, you young upstarts, I haven't got some sick strap fetish.
Any reverence to the witness's unusual love of straps, Mr. Wright?
I was just curious as to why I was so fixated on the waitress's straps.
Said I haven't got a strap fetish. How many times do I have to repeat myself?
Very well. Continue with your testimony, Mr. Kudo, and make it strapless.
Do you think old CD really saw Maggie do it? He probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there. But he's there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress. I guess. Makes a good point, though. Did I just say something clever? I wonder if the waitress Mr. Kudo saw really was Maggie. That's what we have to figure out, Nick. Yeah. Let's see.
Objection!
Let's see if I get a choice. The identifying features you described. That's true. Ah, I see. That's what it wanted. Okay. Are all things you would see from the back?
So what?
Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all?
Objection!
Huh.
You got you there, Gramps.
People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons.
This is harassment. I tell you, I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw.
Kudo, the court requested you add details about any identifying features. Features you observed from the front, that is, to your testimony.
Sure.
So the man's testimony is getting longer and longer. If I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet.
Wasn't anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front.
Really? You didn't find anything to be distinct, but you did clearly see the witness's face, yes?
No question about it. And come this far to back down now, Victor Kudo never backs down.
It's not the answer I was looking for, but okay. This has turned into a matter of pride for old CD now, I guess. What if he really did see Maggie's face or not? I thought we need some concrete proof of this. Then the old guy didn't see the waitress clearly from the front. Well, there's one way. Like glasses and hairpins? Or the ribbon on the front too, but yeah. You think old City really saw? Guess. What proof do I have? Okay. Let's save. And that. Hold on, what did it say? And that's the serving girl right there in the defendant's chair. There was a ribbon in her hair and her apron straps were loose. There wasn't anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front. Is it worth... like stains? Like ketchup stains, maybe? Objection! Yeah. Mr. Kudo, I'd like you to please take a look at this.
Yeah, that filthy thing would suit filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like just after he's done eating.
Have you ever seen this before?
Of course I haven't. Think I forget something as dirty as that? Well, you half-witted clot. What? What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been an eerie silence in here.
Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning. And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means if you had really seen this apron before. Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front.
Oops.
Yeah, a little bit of a big oops there.
Bernice. Can't just oops your way out of this.
Well, well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, Trite. Here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant.
That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird.
Exactly. And then that one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup. This old guy was watching.
Have you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo? Afraid of the defendant may rest on what you say you remember seeing.
Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps.
You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted.
You can't remember. Probably more like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out.
Very well, let's test just how good your memory and attention to details is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim.
About the victim.
There's none of those pesky young
He? I'm sorry?
He was another one of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper at his right hand and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless, I remember that well.
Then the serving girl. Oh, okay, I see. I was like, I was so confused, like, huh?
And the serving girl in question brought over the Giamicino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip.
This morning we've just heard was just how credible the witness's memory is. Seems to me that he remembers the victim in great detail. In a great deal of the detail.
The victim, okay.
Oh yes, I hate those, what types are so vague about everything.
How are we gonna handle this, Nick? We only need to do one thing. We just needed to prove that the old man's memory is shot. Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel? I suppose, but it's what I do best. Alright, that's about the victim. Thought it was about the waitress. I was like, huh? Even though it says about the victim. None of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. Spectacles?
Dark glasses to you. One of the lenses was green, but the other one was broken. Newfangled rubbish. That's what I remember him so well.
He did have some kind of lens over his left eye. I wouldn't have called it a pair of glasses.
He's been wearing some rather modern-looking shades. Perhaps I should take a wearing some in reference to Kudo's sharp appearance.
We better come up with something sharp and quick. So I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about the spectacles. Yeah. The noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The newspaper was a sports paper, was it?
That young hooligan, I nearly asked him, can't you even read without fidgeting? How was I supposed to be able to read the back page with all the rustling going on? Need to find out if Gunston Braun retained his championship title.
It was his paper, not yours. If you wanted to know so bad, why didn't you buy your own?
What are you looking at me like that for,
Ow! Gunston Braun got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. The wireless.
Decadent young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless.
Oh boy.
I'm using an earpiece. It's selfish, that's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it.
Was he that desperate to listen to the radio?
What are you looking at me that for,
Ow. And the serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. Okay. Thinking. Why is he listening to it with an earpiece, though, if he's got a burst eardrum, however? You mean the waitress who you only saw from behind, right?
You're one of those, are ya? You never let anything go. Isn't that right?
Maybe.
Doesn't matter if I saw her from the front or from behind.
Better not push it until I've got some hard evidence. Picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. His free hand?
Yes.
Which hand was that?
When you're listening before, cloth ears. Said he was wrestling the newspaper with his right hand, didn't I? And his free hand was left.
Huh. Perhaps the great Mr. Trite has 3 hands.
Yeesh, I was only asking. No need to gang up on it. And try and treat me like a freak. The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish just one thing. This old guy's memory has more holes than a slice of Swiss. So we just need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh? Anything will do, even the smallest detail. We just need one mistake and he's ours. Okay. Let's see. Do we have anything? It's hard to tell with the cup. I mean, we definitely would have seen him. It's hard to tell with that cup. Although with that, the paper's not there. It would have been on the right side. Okay. Let's go through this. Let me know. It's got a cap. It's got a hat. Left eardrum ruptured. Oh, his left eardrum was ruptured. Okay, that's interesting. That's good to know. Okay. I'm seeing it in my mind. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. And the serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. Okay, so let's go over. It's not spectacles, right? See if I can press him on this. Let's see. Okay, let's try this. No, it's not gonna let me. Okay. That's not gonna do anything. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. trying to think if there's any... I mean, you can't really tell from that. Maybe that? I was listening to the wireless, I remember that well. And the serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. He took the coffee with his free hand and took a sip. For the victim, doodles in victim's handwriting. Nope. Okay. That's not it. Interesting. Okay. I mean, can I go something with this, maybe? Can I burst eardrum? Nope. Yeah. It's not so freeform. His free hand and took a sip. Oh, gosh darn it. That was my point. Okay. We just need one mistake. Okay. Maybe... Nope. Interesting. Interesting. The newspaper in his right hand, he kept rustling its pages. Is it that? Is it because of where the mark, like where the lip mark is, which would presume that he's holding it with his right hand? Oh my gosh. Is it really? Are you supposed to pick up on that? That based on the lip mark from where the coffee was drinking, that he would have had to have been drinking it with his right hand? It absolutely is. Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory.
I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory. I tell you nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song.
Gonna tell us where this is going, Trite?
According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left.
Now, what is this, kindergarten?
But I'd like the court to please take a look at this.
This is the cup the victim used, correct?
Yes, and on the rim you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips.
Yes, there's a stain left by the coffee.
If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand, assuming he was using the handle, but yes.
But how?
Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song.
Oh no, I'm afraid it's simply not acceptable. And the witness had better go back to the park where he was...
What?
Huh?
You think I'm gonna stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad? You're wrong. I don't care about that dirty coffee cup. I know what I saw.
You still insist on your testimony?
The young brat was holding the cup in his left hand.
Was there a mirror somewhere in that?
Oh yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. And that dead young hot... It's that dead young hotbot and you spiky-haired yahoo who are at fault.
Who, me?
Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already.
Don't call me old man, old man. Been around for 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say.
Sorry, Mr. Kudo, but...
Sure. Why not hear a little more?
Mr. Kudo.
But this is my 16th cup of coffee. So this is your final stand.
Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor.
Left hand or right hand? Interesting. How very, very interesting.
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens on his specs.
Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, something's flipped.
Yeah, I'm fiddling with it all the time. He's fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand.
Okay.
The victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye.
It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers.
Monitor? You mean like a television screen?
The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called an HMD.
HMD? Should we call it... It would just be called like a HUD, right? Heads-up display?
It's a common tool in the victim's line of work.
HD TV, DVD, CD. All these newfangled letters drive me mad, but they don't matter. I know what I saw, and I'm telling the truth.
It's true, he doesn't seem to be lying.
And those are the facts. In good old black and white.
Let's see. Yeah. Saw that one right away. That was an easy one. I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observations of the victim.
What?
You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD.
No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. I can only see that side of his head from where I was sitting.
Oh? I don't think so.
What do you say?
You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo, but the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured.
Eh?
Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right. It's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear, because he couldn't even hear in that ear.
Is that true, Captain?
It is.
Pigeon. Pretty pigeon.
Order, order.
This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind, and he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece where we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot?
A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk.
Captain? Are you calling me a trip?
This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand.
I'll never back down. I know I'm right. The lad drank his Javachino with his left hand.
Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly the victim used both hands. Took a sip of the cup held in his right hand, and then switched to his left. And that's what the old man saw.
Impossible. The witness has already testified on numerous occasions. That the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of coffee.
Which hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand. With one hand or the other, Mr. Elk drank the poisoned coffee. Like this.
Sadly, Mr. Godot, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory is credible. And the results are clear. This testimony given by this witness is useless.
I believe it's time to conclude today's proceedings. Satisfy the witness is not deceiving the court, but to be frank, his testimony is a farce.
Did you have to be so frank? Take this, you pompous old...
Sorry, Mr. Kudo, you can't reach me from there. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That's all for now. This court is adjourned.
Hold it.
Wait. We stop now. Where does that leave me?
Leave you, Mr. Kudo.
Thanks to the blue-suited young upstart over there, I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now.
How is your bad memory my fault?
Sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do.
I've kept my mouth shut until now, when there's something else the court should know.
What? There's more?
To be perfectly honest, it might not be it. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark.
Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun.
Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? Final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook.
Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee.
What you gotta lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Javachino you want if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man.
That's enough, witness. Maybe it'll be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony.
You bet. Much, much quicker.
Can't believe this is happening.
Haha. You better get ready, youngster.
I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would you? Gotta be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds. Excuse me. A final showdown.
First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing, but I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachino. Well, clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. Broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down,
Interesting.
That all?
Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Are you down to me again? You done any poor defenses, old man?
No, we're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo.
Do you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick? Yeah, so what? Probably. That's all I can think of. I have to cross-examine this guy.
You're a bird brain, that's why that's all you can think of.
I promise to write your final cross-examination, please.
Interesting. Might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his cappuccino. As he upset the face, he knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Objection! Yeah. Okay. This is the photograph of the crime scene, Mr. Kudo.
So what?
Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact.
Huh?
Lost your tongue, Granddad?
No granddad of yours.
Enough. If you throw any more seeds in the courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night. What is it now?
I just remembered something.
Yes, go on.
A broken vase. Huh. It was on my table.
What?
Well, you see. Startled me when that young lad collapsed, so I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean.
Vase on your table?
Uh-huh. Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my girl came to be completely soaked.
Oh, is it? Hold on a second. Let's take a look at. Okay, so that means he wouldn't have been on the table directly beside it because that vase is fine. That means he would have had to have been at one of these two. One of the ones that we can't see. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You certainly earned your kudos for today.
I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all?
Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo.
Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh, yes. I remember something else.
Fair enough. Escort the witness out of the courtroom.
Wait. Listen to me.
Well, seem to have been considerably sidetracked. I'm still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimony we've heard thus far.
The mark on the coffee cup and the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece, which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear. Wow, Nick, you did it.
I therefore cry with the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts.
Yes, Your Honor.
One more thing before I call today's session to an end.
One more thing, Your Honor.
The witness we just heard from is most insistent that his testimony should be of use, so we summarized it accordingly into this statement.
Okay.
You may have a copy of it if you wish.
Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that.
I was really mad, huh? Yeah, I would be too.
Very well. Here are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies, my own, yours, and Mr. Rideau's.
Yes, Your Honor. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This isn't a piece of testimony, more like a 5-year-old's apology. What are we supposed to do with 3 copies?
That is all. The court is adjourned.
Alright. Let's see if we can get through the investigation tonight. So how do you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? It's kind of a bit crazy in there. I just wondered if that killed our chances. Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. All we know is what old Mr. Kudo saw, the apron straps and the ribbon. And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. What a terrifying case of contradictions. Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh? Yeah. Gotta find one for Maggie, or she's gonna have a terminal case of guilty. Alright, let's figure out where we should go. Well, I'm officially at a loss as to where to start. Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first. I guess we should try to put Mr. Kudo's testimony to some sort of use. Yeah, that's true. And we need to figure out the identity of the waitress and who the victim really was. And we need to figure out the identity of the waitress and who the victim really was. Somehow, I think the key to this case is going to be at Tribulations. Let's go back there and check it out again. Oh, and we should drop in on Maggie and see how she's doing too. Okay. Is anything on your mind? Actually, there's something. I was wondering about Ginny Up. You know, like, what he's like and stuff. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that guy.
I'd beat you so hard I'll feel like you were smooching the express train. Phoenix Wright. You're saying you're Phoenix Wright. 'Cause I'm Phoenix Wright. The one and only.
Actually, I've heard a little something about my doppelganger. Oh, you did? What'd you find out? Oh yeah, Maya was working at the restaurant when I ran into Don Phonioni. Let's just say he was such a terrible version of me that I wanted to sue for defamation. What's that guy's story anyway? What does he have to gain by impersonating me? Oh, yes. One second. Okay. Guess Maggie's still in questioning. But we've got questions to ask her too. Maggie. Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know. I'm sorry, that's supposed to be louder. Alright, let's go to trade. Empty, as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime, too. Come on. Hey, that sounds like...
I just call an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can.
He's getting really worked up about something.
No, that's the wrong number. Ah, looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a ripoff.
You doing scratch-offs in here?
Oh, it's you. I was just, I was just listening to the radio, pal.
Ah, to the radio. Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here. He is, and he's having the twin tea set.
What can I say? This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal?
He really drove her into a corner, you know.
You always blow apart my testimony. Why of all days did you do it today?
Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it, for once. Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese?
You preferred crumbly like aged Parmesan? Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find.
So, did Maggie say anything to you? About me, I mean? Oh, you don't want to know, bud.
Well, how did she put it again? I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again. Something like that.
Oh. Oh.
Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean...
Why? Why is this happening?
He's banging his head against the wall, Nick. Oh man, poor Gumshoe.
So did you like the twin tea set? I've never paid that much money for lunch before. I'm so nervous my hands were shaking.
So, how did it taste?
Well, $20, I guess, I don't know how to describe it, really. It was delicate.
Delicate? You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you? What's the matter with him? Looks like he's thinking.
That's it. I was trying to think of the right word to describe the taste. I just realized. It's bad, that's it. It tastes bad.
Ugh. It's just kind of hard to admit it to yourself when you paid $20 for it.
Oh. It's just kind of hard to admit it to yourself when you paid $20 for it, you know?
Maybe he should have found out about the price after he had finished eating. Hey Nick, maybe that's why Glenelg came here. Maybe you heard about the super fierce twin tea set. If by fierce you mean fearsome, speaking of Glenelg, that reminds me. I still hardly know anything about the guy. Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here? So what you all excited about earlier?
Huh.
That's right, you said you were listening to the radio or something.
Oh, that was nothing. I wasn't excited.
Come on, Detective Gumshoe, you can tell little old me. What were you listening to?
Nothing, really. It's just the, daily exercise show.
Well, that's a lie. What the? A Sankey lock?
This lunch special lobster sure is great.
Well, that's not true. Then, why were there tears in your eyes? Then, why were there tears in your eyes? Let's find out. Let's talk about Glenelg first.
This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place where he worked.
What happens when he crashes, though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden? Oh, he wasn't literally a computer, Maya.
Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim.
Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday, too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun?
Fun, Oh, I know. So have you paid a visit to where Mr. Alec worked yet? You might as well.
His workplace? Where's that?
A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc. Or something like that.
It's like a real stable company. This could be fun, Nick. Let's go. Computers aren't really my thing, Maya. We'll be fine. I know all about the high-tech stuff. Do you? I wonder about that.
Just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look.
Computer firm called Blue Screens Inc., huh? Let's see. Let's just see what I'm gonna need to do here. The radio. Alright, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to?
Oh wait, pal. That you made a big thing of it, I'm not gonna tell you.
See about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to... Can I do the lottery ticket? Yeah. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? Thought you'd try to win big just like Glen Elg did.
It's like you could see right through me.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I've cracked him already.
You pal, that's why I said it was nothing. I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try. That's with everyone.
What's with everyone in the lottery? So how'd it go?
I won 50 cents. It's better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
What the same kind of ticket as Mr. LXC? They got this special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on air. It's intense, pal.
That's why Mr. Alec was listening on the day he was killed. Yeah, what time is it now?
It's just after 1:30.
Is the lottery results always broadcast at the same time?
Yeah, look, I got the flyer when I bought the ticket.
Experience the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life every Monday at 1:30. Okay, interesting. Okay. Okay. Millionaire Radio, that sounds cool. Wanna try it, Nick? Then buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. Okay. Alright, let's move to Blue Screens Inc. What in the world is this? Oh, it's like horse racing? Real betting problem, huh? Wow, this place is so high-tech, you can almost smell the electricity in the air. It's a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know? Who are you? Who are you? Oh, hello. I'm sorry. Access is restricted to authorized personnel only. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked. Wow, what secrets? Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building. Understood. Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked educational show. Educational? I was not expecting that word to appear up in the Phoenix Wright game. My name is Lisa Basil. Why is everyone's names palindromes? I'm the company director. Director? She's human? Seems more like a ghost in a shell. Okay. Good reference. We got Scouters, we got Ghost in the Shell. What's next, alright? And that thing over her eye, isn't it the same device as Glen Elg's? And that's a DMH, right? Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. It's an HMD. All of my programmers here at Blue Screens Inc. are supplied with HMDs. And do you write programs too? No, I just enjoy wearing this. They are pretty cool, I wouldn't mind one. Alright. So, What exactly is the firm's business? I'll try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source-level components to them. Huh. You lost me on the corner of analyze and management. It doesn't matter, they analyze stuff. You got that much, right? The software we produce is distributed on CDs.
Oh, so that CD was... So they do not work in the music industry. So the CD is the program of some kind.
CDs? Yes, compact disc, digital optical storage media. Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music. It's a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they're doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now?
I'm researching the impact of time-slicing on modular access to be shared to global variables. Obviously, program structure heavily influences response time, and performance of the co-independence of variables and memory overhead is vitally important to the success of
Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that? Yeah?
Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. Sounds like a lot of verbiage to explain why you're gonna take 6 months on a project that you probably did in 2 weeks.
You know about what happened, right, Miss Basil? You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know. It's terrible. Can you tell us anything that might be helpful? I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier, too. But I couldn't tell him anything either because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screen's ink. Oh. How about Mr. Elliot's desk? Have you cleared it out already? No, not yet. It's the one right in front of you. Is there anything that might be useful to you? You are welcome to take it.
What about the trade secrets?
I guess there might be a clue here somewhere. Well, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess.
It's pretty average to me.
But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this. You think?
Real whiz kids can work under any condition, you know?
Trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions.
No hurry then.
Hey, this calendar.
What about it?
It's another hint about tidying. You can forget it. Someone's marked December 3rd in a red pen. December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elg was murdered. Is there anything else? Yeah. It says meet with the tiger. The tiger?
There you go. Is that it? It's not here.
Oh, look at this mess. It looks like they're all betting tickets. What kind of betting tickets?
If we're betting on which horse will win a given race, they're horse racing tickets.
Oh, I thought they were like seahorse racing tickets. Oh wow, his drawers are stuffed full of these. Looks like they're all losing tickets though. There's over 500 of them.
But he also have a loan.
So many tickets would get you what? $1 down at the recycling center? But I didn't know you were so hard up that you'd try to profit from the dead, Nick. I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya.
Sheesh.
Okay, is there anything else? Yeah, the people. He's really pounding that keyboard, isn't he? Wow, I bet that's where the pro and programmer comes from, huh? I guess I shouldn't be resting on my laurels. Gotta expand my skill set and all that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I could become old CD's apprentice. And what about your spirit medium training? Hey, look, Nick, it's a supercomputer. Looks like it's really smart and wise, doesn't it? Computers are only as smart as the humans who use them, Maya. That explains why you don't use the computer in our office. You work there too, Maya? Yeah, but at least I'm... Please, don't argue about something that's so trivial. Otherwise, the computer will laugh at you. She said she'd laugh at us, Nick. She's a human, Maya, not a computer. Yeah, we don't know that. What is this? Those pillars almost look like they're moving. It's kind of unsettling. No, they just look a bit twisted or warped or whatever word I'm looking for. This office was designed with a futuristic feel in mind. Futuristic? Yes, we tried to imagine what things might look like in the future when we designed it. It helps to soothe and calm the soul.
Does it?
No, I just realized it's mirrored too. It's symmetrical as well. The writing on it. Yeah, or mirrored. Mirrored, yeah. There's a lot of mirroring happening in this case. Don't know if it's just the motif that they're going for, if that will actually have anything to do with what's going on. On second thought, I agree with you, Nick. This place is really unsettling. Okay. I think we're done with this. Okay. Well, we got some evidence. We talk about Glenn at all? About Mr. Elk. He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from one or two bugs in his personality. Oh, like what? He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. That's what got him into trouble. What's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. There was really no trouble at all, a model employee. Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. I'm gonna find out what this trouble was exactly. About Mr. Elk. Was he in some kind of trouble? I'm sorry? Why would you think that? I thought you said something about it just now. You said he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Yep. Guess Mr. Elk is like every other man with his own pile of secrets. Let's see if we can break this. We have a couple of things. But we might have to gather more information first. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can track down here. Glenn's troubles. So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elk was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service. What's she talking about? Guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elk's trouble have something to do with this? Do I have the pile of things? Yeah. What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral. Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glenn Elk, he had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right, but I'm not through yet. Those love wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? Can I use the ticket or do I need to use the flyer? I'll try to use the ticket. Yeah. The lottery horse racing, he bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's gotta have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps. No. You are right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example. Do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? for $500,000. Yeah, but it's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? It's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the end. But that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Oh, I don't have the person, do I? No, I haven't met them back up. Ah, fuck me. Okay, I'll be back. Well, let me actually try it first and see. I'll take the hit. I keep thinking I need to hit back, but I just need to hit R again. Let's just do this real quick. Yep, okay. Yeah, okay, so that does work. Mr. Elg met with someone on the day he was killed. He made a note on his calendar about the meeting, meet with the tiger. What is the relevance of that? Are you trying to suggest Glenn was meeting to discuss his debt? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I've never heard anything about this tiger before. Maybe he's not even human. Maybe he really is a tiger. I'm no programmer, but does she really expect me to buy such messed up logic? I think it's time to introduce you to the tiger. Okay, no, I don't have the tiger yet. Okay. I need to go meet the tiger. Now, let's go back to Tribulations. Let's go to Vitamin Square. Oh, the bike's back. Let's see if our friend the tiger is here. I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you? Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway. At least not for now. Besides, any more seeds today and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. Hey, check this out. I wouldn't get too close to that if I were you, otherwise you might be in for a shock. My phony must be lurking someplace nearby. Just imagine a tiger loose in the city. Well, there's the hint if you didn't figure that one out. Meanwhile, the real phoenix is like an abandoned chick lost in a vast urban jungle. Huh? Don't worry, someday you'll grow up and become a ferocious tiger too. Don't lose hope. Why is she trying to pep talk me into becoming my phony? This place is so fruity. And that's not a bad thing. Besides, I love apples. They're among my favorites. Apple slide? And what's so perfect about it? Oh, come on, don't be a stick in the mud. Slide down it a few times. Go on. No way. You're covered in sand. Okay. Yeah. The birds. Hey, look, pigeons. Yeah, and heaps of them too. Do you know the pigeons are a symbol of peace? Okay, that's a dove. Okay, well, I think we're just repeating lines now. Alright. Go back to Tribulations. Let's go look in the kitchen, because we haven't been here yet. Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone. Oh, it's this person again. I'll be back next month.
Oui, naturalmente. I'll be waiting for you.
If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid I might get a little hot around. It might get a little hot around here.
Oh, is that who's shaking you down? No, I'll have everything ready, I promise.
I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles.
No, no, no. Stop it, I beg you.
Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you.
My no, this is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle.
Don't do anyone, and I'll drive a knife right through your heart.
Oh no, you don't have to worry. You know, you worry far too much. Maybe this will help you relax. It's the oil of sandalwood.
I do love raw meat from time to time. I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye for now.
I have the shivers. I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become a nervous wreck. There, oh, oui, that feels good. Oh la la, excusez-moi, monsieur. My eyes, my eyes. Your eyes? If you have trouble with your eyes, you need this oil of sandalwood.
Isn't this just the leftovers of what you were just using? Okay. You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong?
No, you are right, monsieur. But perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, no? That way, I can give you my undivided attention and cook you la dish supreme.
Putting on a brave face, huh? That's what girls do, Nick.
But you're right, business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. People don't understand it as they think it is Trey. But I wanted people to think that my restaurant was exclusive.
But they think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays? Nick, that's kind of a thing that can make a girl cry. Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya?
But the restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I'll defend it to la finale. No one will take it from me.
So, who was that woman you were just talking to?
Oh la la, you saw that?
Well, yes. I'm sorry. So, who was she? She looked so polite and graceful.
Polite, graceful.
And she likes raw meat and fires, right? I'll be back next month.
Oui, naturellement.
Yeah, we know this. Now that I think about it. Hey, Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having. You think so? Well, let's show him that piece of evidence and see what happens. Okay. Was,
So long as that paper exists, I am but a delightful angel with the broken wings.
An angel, huh? It doesn't bode well when you think about it.
Oui, they kept harassing me month after month. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them.
Help them? With what?
Bien, sir. If I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied.
Please, what did you agree to help them with?
No, I cannot say. If I tell you, that woman, she will slice me up and eat me with the salad garnish.
Ew, she doesn't mean that literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I'm gonna guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract, am I right? Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman.
Oh no, zero. I take it she's Why has it come to this? What a tragedy. Suddenly I find myself so deep in the debt. It is a sign of the bad world we live in, huh?
No, I'd say this is more of a sign of the bad culinary skills.
The woman was the scary woman. She is from the loan office.
Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from?
Oui, tender lender, it is called.
Catchy name, just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money.
Please, You must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10.
$10? Sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya. Hey, I get a bit more than that, thank you very much. So Tenderlander is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh? I wonder if they've got anything to do with this case.
I'm a weak man. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me the money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I'm like his slave. I have to do everything that he tells me.
Who's this he?
The tiger.
Ah. The tiger?
We is the manager of the Tenderlander, a terrifying man, the big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of the battered old scooter he rides, I start to cry.
Big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter. Does this guy resemble me by any chance?
Oh no, no. This man has a presence, a most formidable personality. Although, he does have the spiky hair just like you. There's a resemblance there, I suppose.
Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all.
If you want to visit the Tenderlander, it's just beyond Vitamin Square.
Hey Nick, if you need money, I can loan you some, as long as it's less than $3. Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh?
I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. Got a big meeting starting in a bit.
About Maggie's case, you mean?
No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside.
Okay, well, see you later then. Another big case. Interesting. Concurrent cases going on. Interesting. Oh, he came back. You better get going, detective, or you'll be late.
Actually, I am, kinda got a favor to ask. It's a big one.
A favor?
Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kinda hoping you'd give this to her for me.
What is it?
The lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it. I've been real worried about her. She looked like she'd lost a lot of weight.
Detective Gumshoe. How many weenies are in here? There's not a person on Earth who could down this much meat.
You think? I love weenies. Can't get enough of their tender juiciness. Will you give it to her? Took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal.
Can't exactly say no, can I? Alright, well, we've got a lunchbox. Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry.
Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie.
It's finally gone. Let's save here real quick. Ah, here we go. Win through compromise. Oh, he's got CDs. This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And it is, as they say, a very good thing. Welcome. Talk about a creepy voice that makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. Oh, it's her. You're here to discuss a loan? No, not exactly. The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. She's gone just like that. I guess we'll just have to come back another time. This is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick. Let's take a look around. Do you think it'd be okay? Of course, no one will ever know. Coffee? Ah. I'll leave it here for you to enjoy quietly. Yes, thank you. Do not touch the desk, please. It does look like it's solid gold. Nick, let's get out of here. Now she wants to get out of here. If I can't touch the desk, can I touch this stuff? Oh no, someone's dropped the ashtray on the floor. It's gonna be a nightmare to clean up. Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything. I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning up that was such a pain. One of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal? How you managed to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy? Oh hey! There's a book of matches here too. Matches, huh? Places don't give those out much nowadays. Hey, wait a second. What is it? Look what's printed on it. It's cover. It says Tribulations. There you go. These matches could come in handy. Might be able to use them. Yeah. Pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out. Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. Oh. Hey, look. It's a lawyer coat with a badge. Hey, look at this Parisian style coat. It's so chic. More like a... Okay, looks more like a pimp coat to me, because I haven't got an eye for fashion. Hey, look at this. The suit is the same color as the one you wear, Nick. And the same color as my suit. Keep your voice down, Maya. Nick, you gotta take a look at us. Some cake? I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Just wait here quietly. Otherwise... Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said. Yeah, sure. I have my eye on you. Only so I can take care of you. Understand? I'm scared, Nick. So? What were you getting so excited about before? Look on the lapel of his suit. It's an attorney's badge. Made of cardboard. Is the tiger a lawyer? Oh, wait, look at this thing. It's made of paper. For some reason, your badge selling looks really cheap to me, Nick. Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see one? Oh, we actually took it. Let's see, this round doll thing is called a Dharma, I think. I figured I'd read a book or two and become more cultured in case you're wondering.
You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change?
I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always write himself. Go on, Nick, give him a good shove.
Only if I feel like dying.
Now this yellow thing, this is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king, or a shogi piece. Not that I'm an expert or anything. I'm more of a reversey person, you know? Assuming she knows what she's talking about. These aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Hey! There's a piece of paper sticking out from under here.
What is it?
A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? $15,000 for a piece of bumper and a light. That's insane. The car's registered to the Cadaverinis.
Cadaverinis? Oh my gosh.
Huh, so it's not even the tiger's car. Why would someone else's repair bill be in the tiger's office?
Paid by Tigre to the Cadaverini family. Oh, because he probably hit something. He probably hit their car.
Win through compromise. I wonder what that's supposed to mean.
It must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that.
Yeah, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me. That's Tenderlander's guiding principle. Oh. Compromise the customer to win.
Ah, I see.
Oh, I see. How about you, Nick?
Yeah, well, as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. It's one slogan no business owner should ever explain to their customers.
What's this?
It's a punching bag.
What? No way. You wouldn't catch me walking around with a bag like that.
What do you mean, walking around?
The design's gross to start with, and it's way too heavy to be practical.
Why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know messenger bags are in?
I knew it. I was right before, back at Tribulations. Paris fashion is more my thing.
I really hope she's pulling my chain on this one. Technically, we're not supposed to touch the desk, but, here goes nothing.
CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud, it's a wonder you can hear it. The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into.
Have you finished the coffee?
Yes, thanks. It was lovely.
So, you drank it all? Uh-oh.
If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup.
That coffee, it was laced with something, I'm almost sure of it.
My stomach, it's killing me. Oh wait, maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast.
I sure hope so. I'm gonna take a look at that CD while we're still alive and have a chance. What the?
What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claude the Tiger?
It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber.
What?
This must be the CD Maggie told us about. Let's listen to it, bet it's heavy metal. No way, that woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. A sample disc with the name written in marker. Alright, he's just going.
Come out from under the desk, Maya.
What are you two snooping around in my office for?
Nothing, we're just...
Ah, my precious carpet. You's got ash on my rug. You're gonna wish your ugly fate never came through my door.
It wasn't us.
You wanna argue with me? Is that what you're doing? You think you can take me on? I'm gonna flatten you two into pancakes and turn you into my new rugs.
Oh, Don Tigre, you're back.
That voice. It's like evil seeping into your head through your ears.
I'm sorry, Don Tigre. I knocked over that ashtray earlier and...
She got a death wish or what?
Alright.
Huh?
Forget about it, Violetta. It's nothing.
What?
I ain't gonna get mad at you. You're too cute, you hear?
That's so unfair.
Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan.
Felix right. Yes? It was either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you just gotta come and mess up my plan.
So it was him. He's my phony.
Yeah, but I don't care. No one gets in my way.
What? I mean, excuse me?
You should have left the little girl at home, right?
I have a few things I want to ask.
Ugh. No questions. This is the last time we meet.
Wait, please.
That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him.
You're one to talk. I didn't hear you scream. Hold it either.
The espresso. And cookies.
This woman is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was it the tiger called her? Violetta? So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tender Lender.
With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business. Conscientious rate of interest and an attractive repayment policy.
I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well.
We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra here at Tender Lender. Hey, Nick, things are a bit tight for Right & Co. at the moment, aren't they?
I mean, there's that $500 you owe me for my card game, for starters. Why don't you take out a loan? Wouldn't I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much.
Tender Lender is on your side.
So let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then?
We'll give you more coffee. Strong coffee.
Right, I think I'd rather skip town. Hey, just remember, I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well. So, do you know about the incident we're investigating?
What incident?
Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident.
Let me see. I was here that day with the manager.
The manager being the tiger?
Furio Tigre.
Furio? Tigre? So that's where the tiger thing comes from. The shooting op's got a real name, Nick. Hurry up and find out more about him. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigre.
Cookie?
Sure.
How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself.
Go ahead, Nick. The honor's all yours. No, ladies first, Maya. No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and the scary girl doing working together?
We are lovers.
If you say so, man. That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice.
And I owe Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me.
The tiger saved you?
Please address him properly as Don Tigre, otherwise I'll have to...
Okay, Don Tigre, of course. I'm sorry. Saved your life. I'd like to know how that happened.
I'm very frail, you see. Just recently I died once.
You died?
About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope.
I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx.
But Don Tigre, he saved me and gave up everything.
Everything?
When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy.
No offense, but I'm finding it a little hard to believe.
I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso.
I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So is that why you've got that bandage around your head?
This?
So what's the story with the bandage?
They put it on after the operation.
Operation?
It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury.
Fatal injury? Might have suffered one herself by the sound of it. So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once. Oh. I don't think... There's 4 of them, alright? I don't think we're gonna have much information on that. She really creeps me out, Nick. Same here, but we gotta find out the truth. Let's save here and see what I have. Let's see what we can find out. You said that the bandage around your head was from an operation. You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct?
Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently.
Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Does the injury question have something to do with this? Let's find out. Is that right? I fear a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident.
Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis?
Yes, it is.
I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me?
Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. The relationship is very strong, and this is why. Oh. I don't know, dude. I don't think I have the information I need. Alright, well, let's move. Nothing new here. I do eventually need to go to the detention center.
There he is, old TD's back feeding the pigeons again.
There, take this and this. Get out of my park.
Like I thought, he's really mad.
Come on, Maya, just keep your head down and let's sneak away while you still can.
What, why? Hello, old man.
What are you doing, Maya?
Huh? Huh.
Hey, he just turned his back on us.
I'm not surprised. I haven't really heard his pride in court this morning.
Hey, Mr. Kudo.
Hmm?
Pigeon. Okay.
Look, we really need to talk to you, alright?
Out with the demons. I'm in with good fortune.
Ow, seeds, shells, splinters, painful.
I always knew you were a demon, Maya. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today.
You're gonna be talking about me behind my back now. Dirty old man who was so busy looking at the serving girl's backside that I can't remember her face. A filthy, depraved animal.
Not at all.
You listen to me, boy. I don't care what you say. I saw that waitress put it in. She put some white powder into the young lad's Javachino.
We hear you.
And another thing, the young layabout was wearing an earpiece on the same side as the lens on his broken spectacles.
We're really sorry.
I made a little mistake about the face, so what? I know what I saw. Tell you.
Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo.
Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiny-haired brat. Take this.
You said you were a craftsman, right?
Now the modern world's cast honest craftsmen like me aside in droves.
Surely it's not that.
I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the shoguns. You hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer, I was born one.
Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself.
I wanted to stick my fingers up to that dribbling old judge's nose. Stick him right down his ear hole. Objection!
Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young?
I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all.
Got a tsunami of frustration inside and it's ready to burst out.
If we let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. What should I do?
I don't know, man.
Guess I better let him talk. So there's not much call for craftsmen these days, then?
Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands.
Errands?
Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I? Some sort of two-bit community handyman?
Well,
Buy some bread, now that I can understand. What's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Oh yes, it's like an inconvenience, you see. At home, at the restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I?
I'm sorry you don't. I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute. Did he just say? At home and at that restaurant? Hold up, by restaurant, are you talking about Tribulations? Did you get asked to run an errand there too?
Yes, I did. The very day that young brat was poisoned.
What? So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do?
Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, a young lad slumped over the table. The serving girl collapsed. And I broke that face. It all happened so fast, I was in a bit of a daze, you see. And the owner shouted over to me.
Excusez-moi, you calling the police?
Call them yourself. Should have said back, but I didn't think of it at the time.
So did you end up calling the police?
Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze.
Did you call them on your cell phone?
God, do I look like I have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? Going out looking for a payphone, of course.
You went looking for one?
Couldn't find one right away, you know. Wandered around for 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes? So for 5 minutes after the incident happened.
Sir, the owner was at Tribune on his own.
Why didn't you mention this in court this morning?
Well, I would have if you'd given me the chance. Y'all bullied me out of the courtroom.
Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You certainly earned your kudos for today.
Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I got more to say. Oh, yes, I remember something else.
Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
It's not my fault you're the ones to blame.
Could have at least told us before we got to court. Is it really important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police? What's important is the uncounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious. Which leaves that man alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant.
Oh, sure, you go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. Suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead,
I need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie and from Mr. Armstrong. Alrighty.
Tribune.
Can I go to the detention center yet? Oh, Mr. Wright. Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you. Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm gonna stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? That was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies didn't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident, anyway. Is it possible she's the one misremembering things? First things first. Let me save something real quick. Oh yeah, I've got something you're gonna love. Really? What is it? A lunchbox just for you. Here. Wow, a lunchbox? Weenies too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe. He's really worried about you. Looks like you put a lot of effort into making this too. I can't accept it. Detention center rules, no gifts allowed, sir. Hey, come on, Maggie, don't be like that. The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them. Somehow when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies. Well, that's a lie. Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright, but... He's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. But I guess so. Well, how was it? I'm not at the spot. I love weenies. Oh good, I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. I'm gonna save this as a different one. This was just before.
Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember? Yep, there are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is that other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put something white powder into the coffee cup? So you really think it was this disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know the CD with the writing on it? Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right? It's MC Bomber, Maya. The name was scrawled on the sports paper as well. They never did find the CD at the crime scene, sir. Or the victim's medication that's gone missing too. Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me. You said that you passed out when the victim, Glenn L., collapsed, right? Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew that was going on, they arrested me, sir. So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Tribulations. No idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright? The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police. Exactly, and you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time. No! You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong is involved in this at all. It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, the old man said as much when he spoke with him earlier. I don't know. Things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir. He looks like he's trying to figure something out. Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old CD. Yeah? I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. Feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better. Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony. Roger, I'll spill it all and see what you make of it. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you? Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table... It's true there was another customer in the restaurant. Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo. But I can't really say it was an old man. Oh? Okay, then how about calling a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman. A woman? Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy. She had kind of a cackling laugh. Creepy. Cackling. Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? Yeah. I know I used to be on the police force, sir, but I'm incarcerated now, so I can't use my connections to help you. All I can tell you about now is about ex-cons or the clientele of Tribulations, sir. But don't let it get you down, Maggie. Okay, I guess we can't do that one. Holy smokes, that's him! Huh? That's your phony, Mr. Wright. Just look at that ridiculous suntan. For the record, I'm not sunburned like an overdried tomato, so I don't know how. He told me he'd been on a business trip to Hawaii, and that's where he got the tan. I'm not hearing this. Okay.
know I used to be on the... Okay. Interesting. Oh yeah, that's from when I was carrying a customer's breakfast over to them. The ketchup splotch, you mean? My whole face was fire engine red thanks to that stuff. But you spilled the ketchup on your apron, didn't you? I don't see how... The ketchup-covered omelet went flying and hit the customer in the face. Oh, talk about a tomato-red face. Makes me wish I could have seen it myself. Yeah, I guess. It was kind of a sight to behold. Okay. Ah, is that your attorney's badge? Actually, it's a fake. Holy smokes, that's it! Huh? That's the badge your phony had, Mr. Wright. You got duped by this? But it's a completely different color. And what about the fact that it's made of paper? He said the badge got a tan as well while he was on a Hawaiian business trip. I'm beginning to see how my phony was able to gain our trust. Okay. I wonder if you can keep that to the end of the trial and give it to her afterwards. The lunchbox. Although that would be a very old lunchbox at that point. Okay. Let's go back to Tribulations. Let's go back to the kitchen. Yeah, okay. Looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again. But the place is open for business. You can't have an open restaurant without a chef. Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me. Only a couple of minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kuno left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone. I'm saying when we need to talk to him the most. He's trying to avoid us on purpose. I don't think there's anything new here. I don't see anything. Okay. Let's move back to Tribulations. Let's actually move back to blue screens. Let me make a save here real quick. Let's see if I can figure this part out. I think we have enough now. I still don't have any information about the cadaverinis, though. Maybe I need to go to Vitamin Square. So, how would you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was in? Sorry, sir. Gambling trouble.
Take that!
This one. Got one of them down. Alright, and yep, and then we do... Terrifying and Ferocious. And then we've got El Tigre. Okay. Furio Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. And this is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. No! It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from this gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000, ouch! But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery. What if he hadn't won? What was his plan then?
Well, that isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money.
His talents?
I suspect he was talking about programming.
What computer program is worth $100,000? MC Bomber, the CD. Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance this? It's the CD. I went the wrong way. Oh? That's the information. Created some sort of program. She can't deny it if I show her the program itself as evidence. It's not the disc? Is it this? He wrote the program. It's to scam people. No. Okay, well, took a couple hits, but I should be, if I get back through it, I should be able to recover some of my health. Okay, I don't have the information on the program. God, I'm so close, though. I'm so close. We'll save it here. Okay, GBN. Nope. Right, there's nothing new here, right? No, okay. Do you know anything about this man? He's not gonna take a look at this? Okay. Second thought, forget it. A million grumbles for one quick look doesn't sound like a good deal for me. And he doesn't look at that either, okay. Interesting. Oh, maybe I could go to Tenderlunder, actually. Hold on. Well... is there anything here I can do to advance the investigation? The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, there's a problem with the internet too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on Asian soap operas. It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No! Just when some young guy was about to confess his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend. Wow, this place is really buzzing. Something must be going down, something really big.
Huh? What are you doing here, Belle?
Detective Gumshoe.
Can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay.
Huh?
Got big problems here today.
Why? What's going on?
It's a virus, a virus.
Like a program? A virus?
There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system.
I really need to ask you some questions.
Okay, I'm gonna say this once, so listen up.
Yes.
No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear?
Okay.
You got money trouble. Just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there.
We're not thinking about borrowing money, Detective. We want information.
Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tenderlunder is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. It seems it ran into trouble just recently. These guys have been pretty heavy-handed, calling in all their debts.
Really?
Don't go poking your nose around to their business, pal. I really regret it if you upset that lady.
Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. Did he just say that lady? Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick? Better find out what the story is with this lady. Okay. What exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe?
I don't know.
What?
Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal?
Here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable.
What's with that face, Belle? You think you know what a virus is?
Well, Nick, do you? Computer virus. Sure, I mean, only in simple terms, of course. Really? Well, you know everything, Professor Nick.
I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool, don't you agree, Dr. Wright? Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine, I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage.
Damage? I mean, it makes the machine go boom and explode.
No, the damage is, well, it's all internal. So the inside goes boom, right? Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PCs here in the station. A virus can wipe out all of that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about. Well, that's scary. Yeah, and that's even more scary is that viruses are infectious. Infectious? Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster.
Just like a real virus, huh?
But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that?
Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, Belle?
No, people don't infect their own machines, they send the virus to someone else's. What? That's horrible.
Oh, I get it. It's like you're sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold.
Right, then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court, because he'd be too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick, it's wrong. What? Where? When and why did the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is, a bad program that causes damage.
All the different viruses have names, right? And I feel like I've heard that name of the virus we caught somewhere before.
The name of the virus, huh? Look, I've heard of it before too.
Is this where we do it?
Detective Gumshoe, about this. Oh my gosh.
Is that the stupid name? I remembered it. Oh, it is that.
I thought so, here it comes. Just nod yourself, keep in the dark, Nick, what's going on? It's okay, Maya, you don't have to cry about it.
They've scribbled on the sports paper, written on the CD. That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber.
I think I put two and two together.
What?
Yeah, the virus has just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber.
Can you give us any more details, please?
We already know about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met.
Who are they?
I don't know, some hotshots with the criminal underworld would be my guess.
And now the virus has been released, huh?
Yeah, it's in every computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival.
All the stuff with criminals and viruses, it almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie.
Apparently the programmer who made the virus is a real genius or something. The focus right now is on the tracing the root of this virus to the black market.
You mean someone put this virus up for sale?
Yeah, because this one's so powerful. They're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal.
In the millions? A virus can be worth that much?
There you go. Well, that's what I needed to do the other thing.
That's the girl that works over at Tender Lender. I want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it.
She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she?
Should be the least of your worries, pal.
What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse?
Her name's Viola Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini.
Bruto Cadaverini? Do you know who that is, Nick? Never heard of him.
Bruto Cadaverini's the boss of the Cadaverini family.
Cadaverinis? That's one scary sounding name.
Can't touch him. Way too powerful for the police.
But you're thinking
Thinking of taking them on, aren't you?
No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. I'm gonna get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family. That's good to know. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis?
Who are they? Scary bunch of people, that's who.
Or cop and you're scared? What's that about?
Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop, these guys are scary. We got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch him. We've got too much moolah.
Moolah, as in
Pretty much control of the cash on the city's black market.
the black market, huh? That includes tender lender, I take it.
There are no one stands up to Bruno Cadaverini. And I mean no one.
Interesting. Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss, then?
Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruno loves his little girl. It means everything to him. So,
How did she end up at tender lender?
I don't know, pal. I heard she and the boss at Tender Lender are pretty tight.
Tight?
That's what it said in a file I read related to Maggie's case.
Seems like a pretty important clue.
I can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing.
And that is?
You know, the lunchbox. Where did everything go?
Lunchbox? You remember the tweenies? I hate weenies. Oh yeah, those weenies.
So how did my Wheaties taste when they went down the hatch?
Huh, well, it was delicious.
Yeah, that's what she said, really?
Well, not exactly.
Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared.
Prepared? What do you mean?
I made a jumbo lunchbox.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Do me a favor again, help pal and deliver this. This sure is a heavy burden.
more ways than one.
Can't just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that.
Weenies again, Nick. Tell me we don't have to eat all these too. Oh boy. I really can't eat anymore. Alrighty. I think that's most of what we need. Oh no, I need to go to the detention center. He's not here right now, which is fine. Should be in. Alright, let's go to blue screen. Let's save. Present. Alright. See if we can wrap this up. We should be very close, so. Just gotta do everything again, though. Alright, here we go. First lockdown. And then we have our friend. Tiger. We have to show the tiger. Tiger, Blender. Okay, let's see. But I heard he should have been clear. What if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? He said he used his talents. I expected he was talking about programming. Perhaps you good people should leave. The program in question is this. Well, this is it, isn't it? And this is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. No! There we go. Get my health back. Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky. Risky? How? Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Tribulations.
Where do you come up with these ideas?
Gonna make the.
So it's safe to say Mr. L was the creator of this virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus, yes. It was a work of genius. In a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market. Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change. The date December 3rd that is marked on this calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts.
I see. So originally he was probably going to use the viruses to repay his debts. But then he won the $500,000, so instead he was just going to use that instead of doing that. But the tiger wanted the virus. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore.
Use the trash can, Nick.
Okay. Alright. I have to come back, but that makes sense there. And then let's move to Tribune. He back in the kitchen yet? Nope. Nope. Okay. Hey, bud. Let's go to Tender Lender then. And save here. Don't know if I have enough information, but I have some information now. So the bandage was from an operation. Does the injury question have to do with this? Which is a car accident.
Donuts. Huh? I baked them myself. Homemade donuts. Have one. What's inside? Jam and... I'm sorry, but I didn't quite catch that.
Huh? Oh, I hit the wrong thing. I hit the wrong letter. I was like... Made out to the cadaverinis. Have to do with me. Something tells me she's not going to say hi. Is why it's very strong. It's because it's your grandfather. I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? It's one.
It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me.
Yeah,
It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but... I took a blow to the head, a bad one.
Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right?
I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard.
Ran away?
If they'd stayed, I'd have...
Is it possible? Could the person who committed the hit and run have been... It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident.
It wasn't Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it.
Mm-hmm.
We collided the motorbike in my car. But Don Tigre isn't injured at all. Is he?
It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash. I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. It says bike. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigre rides around on his scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini? You know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was paid by Furio Tigre. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? It's possible. Perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true. I knew it. But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very expensive.
How much are we talking?
Very, very, very expensive.
Seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right?
After I recovered, Don Tigre told me, he said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him.
Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but because of someone else. Yeah, it's your grandfather. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you're his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tigre would have paid the money?
$1 million.
There we go.
Four months ago, I was in a traffic accident, and that's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious, a simple procedure.
Oh, really? Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big.
They said the operation cost $1 million.
500,000 wasn't going to be enough for him. That's why he had to do it.
$1 million? My grandfather ordered Don Tigre to pay $1 million in compensation.
Compensation, huh? It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow.
I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigre said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. But I knew that wasn't really true. Wow, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money was... it was... evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him.
Yup. Oh, because that's what she's gonna look like. Yeah. She was the waitress.
You helped him? In what way? Here, take these.
What are these?
Medical papers? I'm Bruto Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer he simply couldn't refuse.
$1 million bill for cranial surgery. Payment was due last year. Yup. Also, welcome to America. Or the American analog. Life-saving medicine trapped behind a lifetime's worth of debt.
Wow, feel so bad for Viola.
It's inexcusable.
Huh?
There are two things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics.
Is everything alright, Nick?
We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso.
Yeah.
I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. I don't need the repair bill anymore. Let's see if we find our man. Or whoever they wish to be. Armstrong.
Oh, bonjour. I have been waiting for you to return.
Mr. Armstrong.
Oh,
Good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions.
Well, he hasn't got anything to say to you fellas.
It's Ginny Up.
Who you calling Zinny Ope?
Come out from under the table already, Maya.
Okay, hand it over.
What?
Do you want to play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers, now.
Uh-oh. I think he wants Viola Cadaverini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you.
Forget about it. The girl's dumber than an eggplant.
Oh, well, now I have no sympathy for you.
You want to know what's sad? I'll tell you what's sad. And it ain't only her face. She thinks she got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad.
Can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the $1 million you used to pay this off.
Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's 2 of us here. You got that? 2.
Oui. Mr. Armstrong?
Forgive me. Désolé. I cannot argue with you.
You gonna beat me up? That really hurt.
That all you's got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get the lighter. Wait. Don't take it too hard, Phoenix Wright.
I'm so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital evidence.
Hold it, Belle.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe.
Detective? You think you're gonna stop me, copper? Beat it. Gah!
Whoa, come on. Gumshoe. Keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me.
But
Go, Belle, and take this. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh? Alright.
Alright, thanks, Gumshoe.
wait, Nick, don't leave me behind.
I'll get even with that guy tomorrow, in court. Tender Lender is going down. Alrighty, to be continued. Alrighty. Part 4-1 trial, alright. Well, that is where we will call it for tonight. It is almost 1 a.m. where I am at. Thank you for anyone that's watching and tuning in, whether here live on Twitch or watching the VOD on YouTube. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. I think we know what happened now. He won, our friend, our victim, won $500,000. We'll use that to pay off his debt. But it turns out our friend El Tigre over here needed a little bit more than $100,000. He needed what that program would net, which was a couple million. And then Viola was probably the waitress that the old man saw. So that means that that Maggie was probably already knocked out or drugged in some way before it took place. But anyway, as I was saying, it's going to be a little bit until the next stream because I have to go. I'm going to be away for a little bit doing some stuff. So I will see y'all when I get back. A little over a week. But thank you all so much for all of you that tune in whenever you do. It's really nice, and I hope that you enjoy it a little bit, even just lurking there in the background. Remember to stay hydrated,
eat some food, get some rest, take care of yourself the best that you can. Have a good night, and bye-bye.